Happy Monday, Truthers. Hope you had a wonderful and an amazing weekend. Stopping by on this beautiful Monday morning to give us our 10 minutes of truth, our 10 minutes of word, so that we can believe the word, meditate on the word, apply the word, and be anchored in this word as we go into the week, so that we are strengthened in something besides our feelings, truthers, besides our feelings, besides what we're seeing on TV and what we're seeing in social media. Something to really ground us that is not going to move, that is going to stand the test of time. Today, he took it. What am I talking about? Isaiah 53 shows us and proclaims to us that Jesus was coming. We know that. But it also in Isaiah 53 gives us a description of what Jesus' work on the cross did for us. And it says this: surely Jesus took our pain and he bore our suffering. What does that mean? First of all, the word surely, that means surely. That's a definite, truthers. That's not a maybe. That's not a what if. That's not a sometimes. That means surely, all the time. And when you see surely in the word, you can take it as truth that God means. That's a definite. That means no doubt about it that this is what I did. It says surely he took our pain and he bore our suffering. That means that Jesus, when he came, and when he came for the purpose to die, that's what he came for. He was born to die so that we can have remission of sins. When he came, he took the pain and the suffering that we had in our physical body, in our mental minds, in our emotions, from a relationship, from debt, from bankruptcy, from betrayal, from jealousy, from envy, from stomach aches, from headaches, from death, whatever it is. It didn't give a definition, right, of the details of what he took in terms of pain and suffering. I think that was on purpose because he meant all. If God just wanted to say that Jesus took our pain of the relationship and our suffering from a physical pain, he would have said that. But he said he took our pain and bore our suffering. That means whatever pain that you're feeling today, whatever suffering you're going through today, whether that's mentally, whether that's in your emotions, whether that's financially, relationally, whether it's in your body, he took it. Jesus took it, and all your Papa, your Father, is looking for you to do is to believe it. So many of us are this close to a breakthrough, and it starts with our belief in our minds that surely Jesus took it. He took the very pain you're going through right now. He took the very suffering you have right now, and he took it upon himself. And in exchange, he gave you peace, joy, righteousness, faith, love. He became broken so that we could take his wholeness. But the question is, do you believe that today, truthers? Do you believe that in the very midst of your pain, in the very midst of your suffering, that your Father sent his only Son to take that pain and to take that suffering so that you don't have to endure it? So many times we want to take the Bible and just read it, right? And just read the lines and go about our day. But we have to start digesting the Bible as truth and eating it like food. And this is our food for the week, truthers, that no matter what you're up against, no matter what you're facing today, tomorrow, in the days to come, next month or next year, Jesus took it. He took it for you. He took that pain. He took that hurt. He took that betrayal. He took that deception. He took it. And then the back half of that says, and by his stripes, you are healed. You are healed. That means whatever that pain took from you, whatever that suffering is taken from you, you're already healed. It's already been done. This is the finished works of Jesus, that everything you need is already done. Yes, I know you're saying, Sparkle, that sounds good, but I'm in the midst of a terrible situation right now, and I don't feel like the pain is gone. I don't feel like the suffering is gone. So what do I do about that, Sparkle? Like, how do I move from point A to point B? You do it just the same way you did with salvation. You believe by faith. It is not some magic potion, truthers, or magic wand for you to believe in Jesus. It didn't take all that for you to believe that he was real, right? You believed in your heart by faith that there is a Papa, an Abba, our Father in heaven who loves you, who created you, and he sent his son to die for you. You believe that much, right? So believe that in addition to him sending the son to die for you, that Jesus took things for you so that you can experience the good life on this earth. It's just not about going to glory and going to heaven and being with Jesus and your Father. He wants you to have a good life on earth. That's John 10:10 that says he has come that you may have life and life abundantly. Life is on earth. He wants you to have the abundant life, truthers. And I believe you have that abundant life by believing in him daily, by walking with him daily, and having your mindset renewed that Jesus took everything that I am going through. That can be a challenge, that can be a situation, and I'm not supposed to stay in this because he's already taken it. He's already borne the pain and the suffering on his physical body, on his mind, in his thoughts. He was tormented for you, truthers. He was tortured for you. He went to hell and back for you so that now you can walk in wholeness. You can walk in freedom. You can walk in peace. You can walk in joy. And you experience that by believing that he took it, by having the faith in that word in Isaiah 53:4-5, that he has taken your pain, he has borne your suffering, and with his stripes you are healed. As you go into this week, believe this word, truthers. Believe that Jesus has taken it for you, that no matter what you're feeling, no matter what has happened to you, that pain, that suffering has already been atoned for, and that your miracle, your breakthrough is coming because it's already been paid for. It's already been atoned for. You don't have to keep suffering in your mind. You don't have to keep suffering in your body. You don't have to keep reliving the betrayal, the deception, how you felt, what someone did to you. You can believe and know that the Son of God, your Jesus, your Savior, your big brother, as I like to call him, has taken everything for you. He's taken that pain. He's taken that suffering. And by every stripe, you're healed. You're healed in your mind of the mental anguish. You're healed of the physical anguish. You're healed of what happened to you in the past. You're healed of that broken relationship. You are healed. Will you believe it today, truthers? Will you believe it this week? Will you shift your mindset? Will you renew your mind, as we say in the Christian world? Will you change your thinking to believe that the pain and suffering is not for you to bear anymore, but that it's already been borne by your Jesus, by your Savior, and that you can walk in peace today? So how do you also physically do that? By faith, you receive what Jesus gave you. You receive joy. You receive peace. You receive deliverance. You receive wholeness. How do you do that practically every day? By your mouth. You activate everything by your words, just like our Father did. He said, let there be, and there was. So you activate it by your words. You get up each morning. You get up and you say, even throughout the day, by faith, I receive my healing for fill in the blank. By faith, I receive your peace, Jesus. By faith, I receive your joy, Jesus. By faith, I receive your wholeness. Now, I know this doesn't seem like a big thing for you to do, right? Because we want to do something. Sparkle, give me something to write, or let me turn around 3 times, etc. No, that's not what this is. This is all activated by faith and by belief. This is what you believe in, truthers. If you believe that Jesus came, he died and rose again, and that he did it not in vain but for a purpose, then you need to believe that you get everything that he left for us through his death and resurrection. You get it by faith and by believing. That you don't have to keep going through what you're going through. That you don't have to keep suffering, but that you can take from your Savior, your Jesus, who has already taken all the pain and all the suffering for you. I know this is not a sexy word. I know this is not an easy word, because this is grace-filled, truthers. This is the gospel of grace. This is getting away from you being occupied with yourself and having to do 200 things and saying, let me look unto Jesus. This is saying, you know what? This has already been done. Let me just receive. We always want to do so much, truthers, and I'm guilty of that too. We want to do one more thing. Let me say an extra prayer. Let me be nice to somebody. Let me give my money away. And God isn't requiring all that. You can do that out of the kindness of your heart, out of the love for him. But in order for you to truly experience transformation in your life, to truly see the finished works of Jesus, all it takes is you believing and you receiving. Go into this day, starting even small, with believing and receiving. Believing that he loved you enough to send his son. Believing that his son took your pain and took your suffering, and then believing that you can receive from him that healing, that wholeness that he is and that he left for you. I pray this word blesses you today. I pray this word blesses you this week. I pray it keeps you. I pray it challenges you and challenges your mindset and your thinking and makes you think differently about your life and about the works of Jesus. I also pray you get into the word and you go back to Isaiah and you actually look at that verse. I pray you have a wonderful and a blessed week, and I will be back with you next week with more truth.